What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're back with my $3,000 Cadillac Escalade EXT. I think it's a 2003. Unbelievably cheap. It does have a couple of minor problems, but nothing that's really that big of a deal. But today, we're going to address what is, in my opinion, the biggest problem with this truck, which is you have to pull the fuse to shut the blower motor off. That's right. If the truck is turned completely off, it doesn't matter. The blower motor will run constantly. If the truck is on, it runs constantly. It just runs all the time. You have to pull the fuse. Now, I made a guess that the problem was going to be a blower motor resistor. Found one for 20 bucks, $20 on Amazon. Had it shipped. Here it is. Let's find out if a $20 part can fix my $3,000 Cadillac. So here it is, the Cadillac Escalade EXT. It's not dead. I'm surprised. This thing has just been sitting here, not being used. I bought this kind of in a hurry. I was desperate for a truck because mine broke down and was going to be in the shop for a while. And by the way, yes, the Ram is still in the shop. So I bought this because I needed a truck immediately to go pick up my Plymouth Prowler from the body shop where it was being painted at. I had to go pick it up and I had no truck. I do have the Mercedes. I didn't feel all that confident in trying to tow a total of like 350 miles with that, so I wanted a pickup truck, and this is what I ended up with. I found this. It was local in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A dealer was trying to get rid of it at a dealer-only auction, and $3 grand was their price. They were firm on $3 grand. They would not budge, so I bought it, and then I daily drove it until I found this Hummer H2 for $9,000 in Michigan. And as soon as I saw this, I fell in love with it, man. I took one look at it and I said, I gotta have that. I won the bid and I won the truck. I later found this truck for sale at a Mercedes dealership. They hadn't pulled the listing down yet. They were trying to get $17,900. That's what the Mercedes dealership was charged, $17,900. And they sold it to me at a dealer-only auction for 9 G's. 9 grand. It's got a few minor issues. Any old used car is going to, but man, what a steal on that one. And obviously, I towed my Plymouth Prowler, my Chrysler Prowler with the Hummer, 350 miles, and it did absolutely great. We have a special guest with us today, Roxy. What's up, girl? You decided you wanted to come back because we have treats for you in the house. We have treats. Yeah. Came back to, oh, you're soaking wet now. What happened? You were dry 10 minutes ago. What did you get into? What did you get into? Here you go. Come on. Here you go. Go in the house. Eat. Now, before we get any further in this video, you're going to look at this house and be like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody lives here. No. This is the guard dog, right? You're going to try to leave with your treat? You better not. Just lay down and relax. This is the hangout spot, guys. This is where we come, work, chill out, and that's it. It's a guy's house, all right? We got everything you need right here. Literally some 15 Cerwin-Vega LS 15s. You got those paired with a pretty banging stereo system, an old Techniques, record player, tape, CD player. What do you want, man? Everything you need right here. No television necessary. Right, Roxy? Tell him. That's right. That's right. All right, let's get out here and check out my 3,000. Now, are you coming or going? You need to make up your mind. You're worse than a kid. You want to go inside? Huh? You want to go inside? Come on. Okay, you want to lay on the porch? That's fine too. Whatever Roxy wants, all right? Anyway, let's get over here to the Cadillac. I want to see if it starts because this thing has literally just been sitting here ever since the Hummer showed up, and I feel so bad for it because it's so nice, except for the sagging headliner. We'll probably fix that today too. And by fix, I mean just rip it out. It looks horrible. It smells so good in here. Fired right up. Of course it did. When this thing got here, it had a dead battery. There are a couple lights on the dash. No check engine lights, though. We have a TPMS service tire pressure monitor and an airbag light. That airbag light said that it's on 4, and this handle's kind of broken. There we go. You just gotta know how to do it. There's a sensor, and I'm glad that I remembered it because I want to. Oh no, it doesn't just sit up here, does it? So it's going to be buried somewhere behind this grill, which is no big deal. You take off this plastic shroud. It should be attached down here somewhere, there's a front impact sensor. For the life of me, I don't know where it is, but if you guys do, yeah, if you guys know where it's at, let me know, because the airbag light is on for one code, and it says that it's the front sensor performance, meaning, I guess it senses that it's not working properly, so it's just not reading it anymore. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, in my opinion. Runs great. Beautiful pearl white. This is the platinum edition. It's as good as it gets, guys. You got 4 matching Michelin tires. You get like an avalanche. So cool, man. The back seat transforms into a bed. Yeah, this whole back wall kind of collapses down, and the seats fold and flip, and it turns the entire back seat into an additional bed space. Super cool. I love this truck. I really do. It is so comfortable, so quiet. It's exactly the opposite of the Hummer, and I drive the Hummer all the time. So once you clear these codes, and it gets pretty good fuel economy too. 17.1 is average, which is not bad at all, especially considering this truck is like, what is it, 23 years old? Something like that? It's definitely not new by any stretch of the imagination. Let's roll this thing into the garage real quick, guys, and let's see if we can get to the blower motor resistor, which resides somewhere under there. And with any luck, we'll have this thing fixed like that. Now, I was thinking a lot today about possibly selling this truck. Do you see that? Do you see that pearl? Oh my, come on. That paint. Oh, it's beautiful. I really genuinely love this truck. I wish that there was a way that I didn't have to go pick up my Ram, but it's probably going to be done at some point, and they're going to make me come get it back. Honestly, after driving the Escalade and the Hummer, even though these things are ancient by today's standards, man, they have no technology. I can't get enough of them. I need to start driving this one more. I really do. It's a shame that it just sits out here because I drive the Hummer all the time. In an upcoming video, we're going to do some work on the Hummer. One of the issues that I had with it was the suspension. The suspension seems like a lot of it was replaced with good quality components, Moog components, but it's got like Rancho shocks, and they feel like they're totally gone, and I think the steering stabilizer is totally shot on it as well. So I went with Bilstein all the way. 4 shock absorbers, and then the steering damper, all top quality, lifetime warranty Bilstein stuff. So stay tuned. We're going to come back and do some suspension work on that. For this truck, though, the goal is simply to get down here. There's a plastic cover. Then there you go. I took a bolt out. There's a bolt right here. Okay, I took it out just to simplify things. We just kind of pull this down, and there you go. This, come on. There we go. That comes out. But that's not it, because back here at the blower motor, there's actually 2 wires. Right? Somebody's been in here splicing. Oh. Somebody's been in here splicing stuff. Well, that's interesting. So, let's take a look at the new one, because somebody's done something in here, guys. This is not the way it's supposed to be. Nope, because my blower motor resistor it's not the same. Oh, these are different. These are different. They sent me the wrong one. They sent me the wrong... Yeah, that's where you belong. Thank you, Amazon. You know, every time I say something is going to be quick and easy, it never is. So I was looking around, I'm like, what is going on here, man? Because this wiring's been hacked into, something's not right with it, and this is obviously not the same as the part that I ordered. So what I did is, this doesn't have any numbers or writing on it at all, like nothing. This is one of those, you know, made in China, no name, no brand type of deals. I looked at this one. This one does have a part number on it. This one is an RU631. I could probably source this locally. Most likely I could get this locally. I'm not going to. I'm already ordered it on Amazon Prime. This one, however, is going to change it from $20 to fix it to $23 to fix it. So Amazon Prime will deliver this to me tomorrow, where I will pick up and continue the repair of the air conditioning. Turns out these two parts are actually the same, but this one is an updated version. Like, in all that wiring, the new one comes with the new wiring as well. It's got a new pigtail designed for this. So apparently there was some kind of a problem with this design, or they wouldn't have changed it. There's something wrong with this design, and they changed it over to this one with a new wiring harness. You got to cut it and install it. Thankfully, this already has the harness. All I need is the new design. That's it. That's all I need. Once I get that, we'll be good to go. So hopefully we can continue on this tomorrow or the day after and get this buttoned up. But there is still one more thing we can do while we're in here. We can just peel. I feel so bad doing this, but this is, here we go. This usually makes a huge mess too, right? Let's go over to the other side. Taking down the fabric is the easy part. It's all of the debris that comes off after you pull the fabric down. So I understand why somebody left it this way. There we go. Yeah, it's all of that nasty stuff there. Pull this back some and just kind of peel her off, man. There we go. Come on. Rip. There we go. There we go. We're almost there. There we go. And then take that off there. And look how much easier that came off. Bingo. So you take your old fabric. This is how you fix it. Try not to tear it up. You don't want to rip it any more than you have to, because we're actually going to use this. If we can get this door out, you got to be quick about it. We're going to take it, we're going to throw it in the garbage, and we're done. That's literally it. That's how you fix it. Now, there are people out there that can, do headliners and stuff. That's no different than a headliner. It uses a special adhesive and the material. But I'm going to be honest with you, this is an old, oh, look at all that. There we go. There. Just blow it around until it goes somewhere else. Now, I know it doesn't look the greatest, but in my opinion, it looks a hell of a lot better than it did. And if you want to, if you really, really want to, you can get your vacuum cleaner out, and you can just vacuum and get all of this, because this stuff, it's going to get everywhere. Get your vacuum. You could clean all this off, and if you use a brush, like a stiff brush, I mean, eventually, with enough work, you could get this all off, and it would turn probably like this, a black color. I mean, it wouldn't match, but it honestly isn't. It's not that bad to look at, and it's way better than having that sagging headliner in your face. That was one of the worst things to deal with right there, was just this little headliner that was falling down. So now that we got all that done, we've got this taken apart. There's really nothing left to do. Unfortunately, this changes my plans for the day. I'm gonna have to go find another car to work on and film a different video. Not to worry though, we're gonna come right back for you guys. It'll be in the snap of a finger. Hopefully tomorrow the part comes in, and with any luck, we will have it fixed. Isn't it crazy how much different the truck looks depending on where the light is and the types of light? Like, this is a different type of LED light than that one. And if you look from here, look how brilliant white this car is under this light. Then you see the back, it almost looks like a tannish color back there. It's not the paint, it is the paint, but it's that pearl and the way it shifts. I've got the same type of a pearl in this purplish blue up here. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's dark purple. It's actually a very brilliant blue, but it has a red pearl in the paint as well, which makes the color deeper and darker. Super cool to see this. Now, it's been 2 days since I was last here, mainly because we had some severe weather all over Oklahoma. You know how it is in Oklahoma. Guys, tornadoes, hailstorms, like I was running from one place to another just trying to keep everything safe. But we got the parts in, and then something happened today. I bought a new truck, another one. I got another GMT 800. This one I think you guys are going to just flip your lids over, because it's considered the holy grail of this generation of pickup truck. You guys know what it is? If you want to guess, drop your comments down below. But I'm going to tell you right now, before I tell you what it is, you drop your comments, and I'm going to tell you. I bought it in California. Okay, I've got to go out to Riverside, California, and pick it up. I'm going to do something unthinkable. I'm going to fly all the way to California to pick up something exactly like this that I've never seen before. All right, that I paid $4,700 out the door. My winning bid was $4,300 with fees. It was $4,700 out the door. All right, from a dealer-only auction. I'm going to go pick up this rare truck. It's one of only 1,900 ever sold in the United States of America. It is a very, very rare truck, okay? I got it stupid cheap. It's a Highline dealership trade-in, and I know nothing about it other than it was sold on a red light, which so was this one. So was the Hummer. And they have all turned out to be okay so far, so I figured we might as well just bite the bullet and do it, man. For that kind of money, I got to. I've got so many airline miles, the flight's going to be free. And of course, Monkey Wrench Mike is going to join us for this party. We are intending to fly from Oklahoma to California, pick up my new super cheap $4,700 pickup truck, and try to drive it 1,300 miles back to Oklahoma and assume that even though it's a red light, everything is fine. It's going to run and drive exactly like it's supposed to, and it's going to be reliable enough to make it 1,300 miles with no major issues. Because once Mike and I land, we'll have to get an Uber to pick up the truck, and then that's it. We're on our own, and we're going to try to do some Copart walkarounds for you guys out in Los Angeles while we're there. We're going to have a time, guys. There's some video content coming for you. Now, if you guessed what this holy grail was, then you already know it wasn't a Cadillac EXT because it is so much better than a Cadillac EXT. In fact, it's so good, not only does it complete my trifecta of these GMT 800s, because now I have the Avalanche, I have the Cadillac EXT, and I have the Hummer. To my knowledge, there's nothing else. I literally have all of them. The Cadillac EXT, this is the Platinum. This is as good as you got on this version of this truck, okay? The Avalanche that I just bought, it is the best of that version, okay? You don't get any better than it. And the Hummer, come on, guys, it's a Hummer H2 SET. Ain't gonna get any better than that either. You guys ready for me to spoil it for you? I bought a 2002, I'm talking the OG of these trucks. Chevrolet Avalanche. You guys ready? It's the one with the 8.1 liter V8. Did you guys know it even came with that? 496 cubic inch Vortec V8. A lot of people don't even know it exists. It is the Avalanche HD 2500. That's right. It is a 3/4 ton truck. Instead of springs in the back or air shocks, it has the traditional leaf spring suspension. Like, this is basically a beefed up Suburban in the form factor of kind of a hybrid Suburban pickup truck type of deal. I'm so excited, guys. I'm not going to include any pictures. I'm going to wait till we get there. But this is going to be epic. When you see the video drop, please watch it, because Monkey Wrench Mike and I are taking a huge risk going all the way out to California for something we have never seen before. Purchase sight unseen on a red light. Who knows what could happen? There's going to be 2 videos. One of them is going to be finding the truck, looking it over, checking it out, and making sure that it runs and hopefully drives. Video number 2 is going to be the road trip, attempting to drive this thing 1,300 miles back home. So I'm so excited because now I have to decide what to do. Do I keep all 3? Because how rare is it, assuming this is a good one, and I'm already assuming it is, and that's probably a big mistake, but how rare is it to own all 3 of these? Like the best of the best from back in the day, man. The best, most oddball, quirky, unique trucks from back in the day, and I've got all of them. How cool is that? Okay, enough of that. Let's jump into this. Some of you commented that you saw air horns, and you were right. I had no idea. There are air horns, and there's a line, and it runs over, and it goes over, and it goes over, and then it all goes somewhere. I have no idea. Now, a lot of you thought that that air tank in the back went to the air horns and did not do anything with the suspension. Well, I double-checked that today. The air shocks were all the way down. I turned on the compressor, and I watched the truck raise up. So the air pump back here absolutely does go to the suspension, 100%. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't tee off somewhere, okay? Because you go from the pump to the tank. The tank, I've only got one line right here that's running out, but then I notice there's like, I don't know, that's for the seats, I think. Anyway, I am almost certain that the air horns are disconnected, and this tank right here just runs to the air suspension. I'm pretty positive that that's all that does. I looked for a button for the air horns, because obviously if you want train horns or whatever, right, you're going to need a button readily accessible, because if you're going to want to scare the crap out of somebody that cut you off, you're going to need that button. Like, or when you hit the horn, I hit the horn, nothing happens, it's just a regular horn, and that tank's got 75 PSI in it. So, yeah, unfortunately, it does not look like the train horns are still hooked up. But that's not what this video is about. This video, and I'm probably driving this home today, I have put so many miles on that Hummer, and I'm telling you, I filled the tank up on that no less than every other day, sometimes depending on how I drive daily, okay? So I'm thinking about just driving the old Cadillac, man. Nice, soft suspension, comfortable old truck, you know. I'm really thinking I'm probably gonna carry this one home. So here is the new kit. Again, this is like $23. So I still consider this 20 bucks. Here's the new kit. You can see it comes with the exact same wiring, sort of. Does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's okay. Oh man, I about freaked. It's got the same wiring. It comes with, you know, all these extra little pieces. We don't need any of this because all we need is this. So I'm going to sit you guys down. Let's see if we can get you a ringside seat to what's going on over here. And hopefully, if I was right, this is going to fix our issue. Because I'll pull this down. Let's see if we can get some light. Some light up in here. Can you guys see? I don't want that light blinding you either. Let's just do it like this. Dang it. Let's just do it like this. I think this is good. That work for you? Oh. Now my only question is which direction does this go? Does it matter? Does it go like this? Or does it have to be turned around? I bet it fits either way. I don't think it matters. Actually, it absolutely matters. It does not fit this way. It's got to go this way. Okay, there we go. So, make sure it's nice and comfortable, and then we take our screws right here. They're not very big, and one of them goes here. We'll get that one started, and then we'll fit the other one. That way we know that everything is in a nice, happy place. Now, you could take this whole plastic shroud off down here if you wanted to, and it'd probably make this job a little bit easier, but honestly, I don't see the need to do that. It's fine. We'll go ahead and torque this down to factory specifications, which is until I say stop. I like to tighten each side a little bit at a time, just to make sure that everything gets nice and lined up properly. That side is done. This side is practically done. A couple more turns, and you hear the click? Torque wrench click. There it is, right there. Click, clack. We're good. Now we take our plug and plug her in. And if I'm right, and I could be wrong, the only thing we got left to do is put this one screw. It goes right up in here, but I don't want to put that in until we know for a fact that everything is good to go. All right, now, before this, what would happen is even with the truck off, if I plug in, I think it's a 40 amp, 30 amp, it's probably a 30 amp fuse. If I plug in this, it's a 40 amp, and it goes right here. If I would plug that fuse in prior to doing this repair, the blower motor came on instantaneously, and it would just run and run, whether the truck was on or off, didn't matter. You can clearly hear no blower motor, none. Are you kidding me? I didn't even do any like proper diagnosing. I just knew, like I've done this so many times. These old GMs were kind of like my bread and butter back in the day. You know what I mean? Now if we turn the key on, do the GM wiggle, everything is off. Now let's turn it on. Bingo. Max. Yeah. Turn it down. There we go. And off. Bingo. Oh man, this truck is so close. I'll be honest with you, I might hold on to all three of these just because of how unique it is to have all three of these things. Or if the new 8.1 liter Vortec truck turns out to be just the greatest thing ever, then I'll probably, I don't know, I could get rid of this. There's really no reason to have three other than just to say I have all three. I don't know if that's a reason to hold on to something, but I got this for so cheap, guys. I could probably let this go for a decent price, but I'd like to fix a couple of the other issues. The service airbag light, that's going to scare a lot of people off, and I'm relatively certain that that code is just for the airbag sensor that sits somewhere on the front bumper. I really think that's all it is. In fact, it may just need a cleaning. Check engine light's only on because the car is not running. And then we have the TPMS sensors. That's no big deal. I can take it to a tire place, put some TPMS sensors in it, and you would have no warning lights on the dash of this truck at all. The only problem is with the miles on this thing. God, 16, 17 miles a gallon. And that's with it idling a lot. That's crazy. That's kind of... That's hard to accept because the Hummer gets such bad gas mileage. We're talking 10 miles a gallon, man. The only real problem that I see with this truck is right here, $260,000. And here's the thing, like every dollar that I spend on this truck is money I'm probably never going to get back. I don't know, maybe I could swing $4,000 out of this. Maybe on the best day 5, but the 260,000 miles, it's going to scare everybody. Even if I fix this light, it's not going to bring, even if I put in the TPMS sensors, I don't think it's going to bring $1 more. So anything else that I do to it, I feel like is literally just kind of throwing money away. With that said, it's a good truck. I feel like it does deserve to be treated right. I'd love to know where that airbag sensor is. Hell, maybe it's just not plugged in, or maybe it's corroded. Wouldn't it be great if all you had to do was get down in here, clean a connector or something? And yeah, I was checking all the fluids and everything. Wouldn't it be great if all you had to do was like clean a connector, plug it back in, and the airbag light was off? Then all you got to contend with is the TPMS sensors. That would be great. So at this point, successful repair. How easy was that? All you got to do is put this one screw back in, and I'm done. I'm going to throw all this away. There's no reason to keep all this. We don't need any of it. So all this can go in the garbage. I'm going to put that one piece back in, and then we can put the cap, the cover, back on this right here, and we can button it up. I mean, I checked the fluids. Oil is clean and fresh. It was a little low on coolant, so I filled it up, topped it up with Dex Cool, like you're supposed to. So that's good. Trans fluid looks great too. Tires are in great shape. A little dry rotted, not to the point that I'm afraid to drive it, because I took this thing to Sulphur and back to the city. I have put miles on this thing, all right, so it doesn't bother me. It drives great, but there is some dry rot cracking around the edges of some of the tires. It's an old truck. It's not perfect, but damn, it's nice, man. It is such a nice truck. Even with the miles, this thing, I would not hesitate to drive it across the country. I would absolutely take this to California and back if it wasn't a 13-hour drive. I'd rather just fly and get there in 3 or 4. All right, guys, I think we're about done. We had some pretty crazy storms here last night, and this was left out in them. Thankfully, the hail did not hit down here, but you can see it's not completely waterproof in this truck. There's not much in here, but there is a little bit. So it's something to be aware of, especially when these things get a little older and they have higher miles on them. These seals and stuff aren't going to be as good as they used to. So I ran the airbag codes again, just so I would know what I was looking at. And it turns out I've got 2 airbag codes. Ignore that puddle. That was me filling up the washer fluid reservoir. I've got 2 airbag codes. Both of them are for the front sensors. Apparently there's a sensor 1 and sensor 2, so I'm going to need both of those. So I'm going to order them, and I'm going to assume that's the only problem, and not that they're disconnected. I'm going to order both of those sensors. Doesn't hurt to replace them anyway, and we'll come back in another video and see if we can fix our airbags by ourselves. Look how the pearl paint, isn't that weird looking? It's... I also found out from some of you guys that this grill that I wasn't quite sure whether I liked it or not. Remember I said it was a high-dollar grill? I mean, this is metal. This is a nice grill. Not totally my taste, but it is a nice grill nonetheless. Some of you commented, and I looked around online. You were right. This is actually like an $1,800 dealer installed option on the Escalade. This is a very, very nice and expensive grill. So I was thinking about swapping it out for the cheaper OEM, the original grill that would have come with it. No, I'm gonna leave this because obviously this was a dealer installed option that was, this is part of this car's history, and we're gonna leave it. It's kind of grown on me. I kind of like it. Let's get this thing fired up. Hopefully the keys are in it. They're never in it. Yeah, they are, because I was just running a diagnostic on it to figure out what airbag parts I needed. Now that I know we can get this thing out of the shop, and I know Jessica's not going to want to take it home. She loves the Hummer, I think, more than I do. And I still don't have my Ram back. So there's stay tuned. I got more videos on the Ram coming. It's just an ongoing process. But I've offered Jessica multiple times. I was like, let's take the Cadillac. And she's like, nah, don't really want to. Let's take the Hummer. And I'm like, I love the Hummer, I do, but it would be nice to take something that's, you know, a little more, I don't know, a little more comfortable, just a little smoother. I don't know. Who am I? All right. I am going to tell her tonight, though, we're taking this home. I want to drive this home. I want to enjoy it, because tomorrow I'm probably going to go do some videos that I haven't done in a while. I'm thinking of going out. You guys keep asking for Copart walk-around videos, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so over doing walk-arounds. Like, seriously, I am so over. I've been doing them for like 6 years or so. I'm just tired of doing the walk-around videos. I enjoy coming out here making my own videos. With that said, you guys have been asking for them, so I'm thinking, since I need to get some time to go up to California anyway, it probably wouldn't hurt to go do some Copart and IAA walk-around videos this week. Let's park this over here. I'm going to see if Jessica's ready to go. If not, I'm going to do another video for you guys on the Cobra. And then after that, man, I'm going to head to the house. Does this thing still have XM? It does. Somebody left the Sirius XM on. Like, it's got free Sirius XM and only a couple warning lights on the dash, service airbag, TPMS sensor, and that's it. That's it. For a truck with 260,000 miles on it, man. Absolutely crazy. And for $3,000, I will take this all day and twice on Sundays. With that, I'm going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.